My name's Sam Irving. I'm a filmmaker, a podcaster, sound artist based in Bristol. This summer, I've spent 6 months teaching people how to surf. The intention being to meet some really cool people to make surf documentaries with. And I met Angus Garway, who in our very first conversation told me he's just come back from 6 months cycling to Portugal from the UK. And I was like, this dude rocks. So we basically spent this summer talking about a cool adventure we could go on together. We're calling the project Something About the Sea. The project is to start from Soulac-sur-Mer on the north end of Le Landes in France and attempt to walk 300 miles south, walking over soft sand, carrying surfboards, carrying filmmaking gear, living on the beach, living surfing, living adventuring. Surfing's always been a really key thing for my mental health and my well-being. The COVID pandemic really changed it. That time was difficult enough as it was, but the first thing I really felt was my lack of being able to get to the ocean, and made a real promise to myself that once I could, I wouldn't take that for granted anymore. I would do that as much as I could. I'd make surfing an integral part of what I do. The other thing that drives me towards this project, and I guess I got a trigger warning this, I lost a friend, a really close friend, to suicide in 2020. He was a real inspiration to me. He was the person who kind of got me started with filmmaking. We used to do free running together. He was an adventurer, he was an explorer, he was an all-round beautiful human being. And when we lost him, I wanted to dedicate my work in some way to talking about mental health, particularly men's mental health. And a fitting way to do that is to talk about mental health and adventure. What we're making as part of this adventure is an adventure documentary at the end. That's going to be a combination of our surfing, our walking, our conversations. En route, we're going to be producing photography, snippets of video, but the main way to follow what we're doing is going to be a podcast. It's going to be a really gentle, conversational podcast about adventure, about well-being, about surfing, because that's pretty much what me and Angus talk about. But I'm hoping it's going to be a really interesting way to follow an adventure live as it's happening. You can follow us down the beach and be there and be a part of it. For our friends in Europe, we would love for you to come and surf with us. What we want to do is we want to share stories, and we want to share other people's stories and how the ocean has helped them connect to themselves, how it's helped bolster their own mental health, how it's been the toolkit for their well-being. So if you've got stories about that, we would love to hear about it. And if you happen to be in France, anytime between October and mid-December, give us a shout. We would love, love, love to go surfing with you.